So today we are going to start the explanation of the chapter Conservation of Plants and Animals. So in this chapter we are going to study how we can conserve the plants and animals, how we can take care of the endemic species, that means the species which are very rare, how we can take care of them, how we can conserve them, how we can protect them, right? So we are going to study all these things in this chapter. So let's get started. Introduction. So we saw in class 7 that Paheli and Bojho had visited the forest along with Professor Ahmed and Tibu. So if you remember in class 7 also you had studied that Paheli and Bojho, they had visited the forest with Professor Ahmed and Tibu was a boy. So they were eager to share their experiences with their classmates. Other children in the class were also eager to share their experiences as some of them had visited the Bharatpur Sanctuary. So Bharatpur Wildlife Sanctuary was the place where these children visited, as you had already studied. I think you remember, you had already studied this in class 7, that is in your previous class, and that they had visited the Bharatpur Wildlife Sanctuary and they were very eager to share their experiences with their classmates. Some others have heard about the Kaziranga National Park. All of us definitely know the Kaziranga National Park. It's in Assam and I think most of you have visited it. Then you have the Lokchau Wildlife Sanctuary, the Great Nicobar Biosphere Reserve and Tiger Reserve. So these are different wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserves which you find in different parts of the country. Now we come to the next topic, very important topic, deforestation and its causes. So what is deforestation? I think most of you know, and how deforestation is caused, that we are going to study. So a great variety of plants and animals exist on earth. They are essential for the well-being and survival of mankind. Today, a major threat to the survival of these organisms is deforestation. Now all of us know that the earth has a great variety of plants and animals. Different places you will find different plants, you will find different animals, right? And they are very diverse, isn't it? So they are very necessary. Like plants are very necessary so that we can get food from plants, and we also get food from animals, right? And they also play a major role in our biodiversity. So this is a very important resource that we have, that is the diversity of plants and animals. Now these are not able to survive today, but these are not able to live in a proper way, because of this, that is deforestation. Now all of us know what is deforestation. So you see here, we know that deforestation means clearing of forest and using that land for other purposes, for buildings, for construction, then it can be used for some other work, right? So basically construction, that is clearing of forest and building, constructing huge buildings, So that is mainly the objective of deforestation. So trees in the forest are cut for some of the purposes mentioned below. So in the next slide you have the purposes why deforestation is done. So first thing is procuring land for cultivation, right? That means the farmers, they want to cultivate different fruits and vegetables. For that they are clearing up the forest, they are clearing up the land. Then next is building houses and factories, especially the factories. They are built in the outskirts, where forests are cleared and huge factories are set up. Houses also definitely are built. And the third is the making furniture or using wood as fuel, isn't it? So we need wood to make our furniture. Whatever furniture you have at home, I think 90% of it is made up of wood, right? So where will you get wood from? You will get wood from trees. So deforestation is required for these purposes. Now these things are also definitely important for us because we need to cultivate plants. Otherwise, how will we get fruits or vegetables? We need to build houses. Otherwise, where will we live? We need to build factories. Otherwise, isn't it? Where will our things be made, right? We also need furniture. So these things are required, so we cannot avoid them. But it's important that if we are doing all these stuffs, it is important for us that we need to plant more and more trees. Okay, so if you plant more and more trees, even if you cut down the tree, then that is actually rectified. Okay. Now, some natural causes of deforestation are forest fires and severe droughts. Now, forest fires means when the forests they suddenly catch fire. So it can be due to many reasons. One can be lightning. Okay, so because of lightning there might be forest fires. It can also be because of suppose you have gone for a picnic in a forest and you have left the fire just like that. You haven't extinguished it before coming back, then that can also help in catching fire. Okay, and as well as it can be severe droughts also. Okay, so if you cut down more and more trees, then there will be a huge problem for the humankind. Okay, so two causes of deforestation may be forest fires and severe droughts. Okay, now consequences, or what are the effects of deforestation. Now, Paheli and Bojo recalled the consequences of deforestation. They remembered that deforestation increases the temperature and pollution levels on the earth. Global warming. Yes, all of us know what global warming is. It is the rising temperature of the earth. So every year the temperature of the earth is rising and rising and rising. Now, why is the temperature of the earth rising? Because of global warming. Okay, you have cutting down the trees. Because of that, the trees actually they act as carbon sinks. They absorb the carbon dioxide, they absorb the greenhouse gases. So if you're cutting down trees, then the greenhouse gases definitely will increase in the environment, and in that way the temperature of the earth is increasing. So it is very, very dangerous. Okay, as well as the pollution level on the earth is also increasing. Now it increases the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Groundwater level also gets lowered. Okay, so carbon dioxide level increases, the groundwater level also gets lowered. That means the water that we have in the wells, or that we have in the tube wells, so those are groundwater. So groundwater levels will also get lowered because there will be so much of evaporation because of the rise in temperature of the earth. So the water level below the soil will also get lowered. They know that deforestation disturbs the balance in nature. Definitely. Okay, it disturbs the balance in nature, and it disturbs the whole environment. Okay. They were told by Professor Ahmed that if cutting of trees continues, rainfall and fertility of the soil will decrease. Yes or no? So if you keep on cutting down trees, now we know that trees bring rain. Okay, trees are responsible for bringing rain. Because of continuous transpiration from the trees, you have cloud formation and you have rain. Now if you cut down the trees, there will be less rainfall. And definitely if there is less rainfall, then fertility of the soil will also decrease, because the soil, it needs water. Okay, so if water is not there, fertility of the soil will definitely decrease. Moreover, there will be increased chances of natural calamities like floods and droughts, isn't it? Because we know that the trees, they hold the soil particles. Okay, trees doesn't allow the soil to get eroded. So if there are no trees, then water levels will increase because the roots will not take the water deep down the soil. So the water levels will increase. So definitely there will be chances of floods or maybe droughts, because if the temperature is very high, there will be continuous evaporation, and because of evaporation, the whole ground will be like very hot and it will be cracked here and there. So that is drought. Okay. Now plants need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Fewer trees would mean that less carbon dioxide will be used up, resulting in the increased amount in the atmosphere. So as I told you already, trees are like carbon sinks. Okay, so if carbon dioxide will be not absorbed by the trees, because if trees are not there, who will absorb or who will take in the carbon dioxide? Okay, so the level of carbon dioxide will increase in the atmosphere, and that is also very, very harmful for the survival of human beings, because for us carbon dioxide is like poison. We are giving out carbon dioxide. So if the levels of carbon dioxide increase in the atmosphere or in the surroundings, then that will be harmful for us also to survive. Okay, so I hope it is clear till here. We'll continue with the explanation in the next video. Thank you.